Yeah, welcome to the Racing Blitz for Scottsville, Wednesday, the 7th of September, where we had 8 races carded. So, race number one did start the exotics. It was an all to come maiden plate for fillies and mares over 1,000 meters. In race number one, this horse called Sommerlit for the Dennis Stride stable was all the rage, and she didn't disappoint the connections and her followers.
Queen Chloe tries to get a length closer, then Sapphire Petunia. And Yachty's got 4 or 5 to make up. 300 meters to go, and Sommerlit now let loose. Je suis Silver looking to hang towards the outside. Beauvage running on. Sommerlit's gone clear of the opposition with 150 meters left to go, and looks to be stretching out in devastating style. Biblical Susan's absolutely flying late on the outside for second, but Sommerlit won it. Biblical Susan second, Beauvais Yachty and Sapphire Petunia.
Two first-timers that did exceptionally well. Yep, one from the Dryer stable, Summit Lead, she came through to win. And number 10, Biblical Susan. This is a bit sharp for her, but she was running on smartly from the De Kock yard. 16, 10, 8, and 6. Race number one, the starters reported that Lil Gambler was difficult to load. Trainer Adelson Wright was advised to reschool this filly. Sapphire Petunia was slow into stride. Biblical Susan, Biscay Baby, and Ketnak all lost 1 length. Veterinary surgeon, Captain's Mole not striding out right 4. Nothing obvious detected with Kinak and Lil Gambler speedy cut right hind. Then on to race number 2, which was the start of the place accumulator. This was a Blinkers Bar maiden plate. Fillies and mares, 1,600 meters. And this race, you'll see the green cap with the black body called Beau Noir, the daughter of Black Manalouche, come through to win for Waho Mowing and Marco van Rensburg, beating number 13, Shirley Valentine.
Starts to come alive. Just got this half a length to hunt down, travelling well. JJ's girl towards the outside. Paint the Way tries to close in. 150 to go, and Boutouin now comes into the lead. Tiki Tin is running on strongly on the outside. Shirley Valentine, but Boutouin timed it right. Shirley Valentine second, Tiki Tin, and then came Paint the Way.
Promising talk from both jockey and trainer there. I think word penciling Boutouin now. Shirley Valentine will follow if they try over a mile next time out. Tiki Tin back in third, number 5. Then number 11, a first timer who ran a forward race on debut, Paint the Way, 4, 13, 5, and 11. Race number 2, the starter reported that Shrek, Celestial Gold, Shirley Valentine, Super Scooper were all slow into stride. Losing 1 length was Croquet Day, and the veterinary surgeon had no report. On to race number 3, which was the start of the Pick 6. This was download the SA Racing app, a maiden plate over 1,400 meters. In race number 3, well, Chicago Beat was the favorite, but his race was done at the start. He's towards the back of the field. No mention of him. But have a look at this win. Coming off a break, number 11, Marshall, that oh so dumb, oh so green, but good enough to win.
That looks a big runner at the 200-meter marker, and Marshall that hit the front. He's darted away. He runs right to the outside rail, but he's 3 lengths to the good, and Marshall that it's all over. The goes on for second. That's going to go to New York State of Mind, Angel Landing, and then came King's 11, Grasshopper.
Well, it certainly was a win for of merit because his form lines did not inspire confidence. But that said, the break did him a world of good, and Alistair Gordon concurring that he was quite worried when he pulled up the horse's form line. But that said, the horse came through to win a very, very good race. Number 11, Marshall, that beating number 1, New York State of Mind, 7, Angel Landing, and 3, King's 11. And as I mentioned, no type of run from Chicago Beat. Anything in the Stipes report? Well, let's have a look what the starter said. Queen's Beach reared in the starting stall, checked by the veterinary surgeon and withdrawn. Angel Landon broke through the starting stalls and was restless. Returned to the start, checked by the veterinary surgeon and reloaded. Chicago Beat, Prince Ponte, Rock of Peace, and Madame Butterfly were all slow into stride. And Chicago Beat, after that beginning, he was never in the race, and always chasing. And the veterinary surgeon reported King's 11 was reported coughing. Prince Ponty scalp left hind. That was the full result, 11, 1, 7, and 3. On to race number 4. This was the start of the jackpot. Racing It's a Rush graduation plate, 1400 meters. Race number 4. Yeah, what a win from this horse. He's a beautiful, handsome-looking son of Western Winter. Number 1, Mr. Roy, in those familiar silks of Roy Mudley, beating number 4, Monte Cristo.
Mr. Roy driven at the 300 by a length and a half. Monte Cristo now comes through his length and a half to make up. Between runners well in flight. Here comes Monte Cristo. Got to get to Mr. Roy the last 100. Mr. Roy by a half. Monte Cristo's trying to wear him down. Mr. Roy is game and he will not be denied. Mr. Roy and Brandon Larena from Monte Cristo well in flight, and then more race.
Yeah, race number 4, we did have Chad Leclerc on course. Of course, he's got a share in Unbelievable Chad. It was nice catching up with him, and we thank him for the interview. 1, 4, 6, and 10. Race number 4, the starter reported that Vuetvar lost 4 lengths. Trainer Michael Roberts advised to re-school the scalding. Sylvan Jet lost 2 lengths, and the veterinary surgeon had no report. We then went on to race number 5. And this was itsarush.co.za. This was a maiden plate over 1950 meters. And have a look at this finish and see if you can spot the winner. It was between number 9, The Rock, and number 1, Callie's King. Go to the line as one horse. The judge did give the result to one of them, but let's see if you can find the winner if you're watching this for the first time. The Rock and Callie's King.
Starting to unwind. Callie's King on the inside. 150 to go, and here comes The Rock with a big run. Callie's King on the inside. Ramasa staying on. The Rock with a powerful finish, and Callie's King on the inside. The Rock from Callie's King. Here comes the line. Not going to split them because Callie's King fought right back on the inside. With the naked eye, it's very tight.
Well, what did you go with? Number 1, Callie's King, or number 9, The Rock? Well, if you went to Callie's King, unfortunately, you were wrong. It's gone to number 9, The Rock, beating number 1, Callie's King, number 13, Ramas, and number 12, which was Principate, and that was the way they passed the post there. So it was 9, 1, 13, and 12. What did the starter say in race number 5? Ahead of traffic, was stubborn to low. Trainer Yogesh Govender advised to reschool the scalding. And then the veterinary surgeon had no report here in race number 5. On to race number 6. This is the only type report that we have left for you, but we'll certainly take you to replays 7 and 8. Race number 6 was the White Horse Function Room, fillies and mares, 76 handicap, the distance of 1950 meters. Race number 6, have a look at this win. At the back of the field, Dress for Success is her name, and she followed up smartly on that maiden win for trainer Paul Lafferty.
Towards the outside, Aventurine, Mark My Card. King's Lady tries to come forward. Dress for Success, hooked extreme outside. Absolute Stampede. Dress for Success is running on powerfully on the outside. Here comes Dress for Success. On the inside, Mark My Card. But Dress for Success dressed up again to win it. Second spot, Miss T, Mark My Card. And then came Wandies from last to first for Dress for Success.
Well, they're talking the Oaks later on in her career as a 3-year-old, and they could be right. She has no stamina doubts. She can turn on the speed. She's now had back-to-back wins, and she was partnered by the young apprentice. While she had a low weight on her back, she still had to get the job done. I was impressed. Number 9, Dress for Success, beating number 7, Miss T, 3, Mark My Card, and 4, Wandies. Race number 6, the starter reported that Aventurine was less in the starting stalls, removed, checked by the veterinary surgeon and reloaded. Velvet Wind, Miss T, and Dress for Success were all slow into stride. And the veterinary surgeon reported that Aventurine was examined, nothing obvious detected. As I mentioned in race 6, we don't have stats report for races 7 and 8, but we will take you through the last two. Race 7 closed off the jackpot. Bar tab number 56 at Overport, merit weighted 80 handicap. 1200 meters the trip. Now, if you're watching this for the first time and you don't hear a certain humidor in the race, well, that was scratched. And it was between numbers 9 and 10, the favorite, but none of them shaped. Number 7, Bagavance, in a stampede finish. The grey came through for the Gavin van Zyl stable.
300-meter marker, Aldrich Bengal Boy. 101's running on. Roy's Air Force is looking for a gap. Panzer runs on to the inside. Aldrich Bagavance on the inside. And 101's now coming with a big run down the centre of the course. Panzer's on the inside. Roy's Air Force gets going late. Bagavance and Aldrich the last bit. Panzer, Roy's Air Force. Bagavance won it. Your pick second. Roy's Air Force, Aldrich or Panzer on the inside.
Yeah, Humidor fly jumped in the starting stalls and well, after inspection he was declared a non-runner, in fact declared scratched, let's put it that way. And then numbers 9 and 10, your fate was left with one of those horses going off as favorite for your place accumulator and pick 6 if you included number 4 Humidor, but none of them shaped here. That full result was number 7 Bagavance beating number 14, which was Roy's Air Force. Third went to number 11 in a massive quartet and trifecta. I'm certain about that. I didn't have a look at the dividend, but just judging by the prices the source went off, 11 Aldrich was back in third, and then it was number 6 Panzer. So that was a blow for many in the place accumulator and the jackpot and pick 6 as well. On to race number 8, Track and Ball Gaming, fillies and mares 69 handicap. This was over a distance of 1,000 meters. And this horse in front, called Mid-Answer, 5-year-old, loves racing at this track, and if she jumps on terms or gets away quickly, as she usually can, there's very few that can match her for early gate speed, and she can keep finding all the way to the line as she did today. Number 2, Mid-Answer in front, and that's where she stayed.
Kingsview's running a big race, got a length to make up on Mid-Answer. Mid-Answer by a half a length. 007's running on, My Girl Down Under. Mid-Answer continues to go from Kingsview the last bit. Number 2, Mid-Answer kept up the gallop from Kingsview, My Girl Down Under and 007.
2, 10, 1 and 15. That's the way they crossed the line. Race number 8. And a wrap of our race meeting on Wednesday, the 7th of September. Well, a big thank you to Sheldon Peters calling all 8 races, Raymond Rogers and his team, and of course we have to mention the hardest working cameraman on course, who is none other than Zayn. Now from myself, Dee's Dana, until we meet again, which will be on Sunday. Take care. Salanigashle.